Mick Jenkins, an artist I hold very close to my heart due to his ability to operate in that realm of poetic sensibility. He's always been able to create music that masterfully combines scenery with jazzy instrumentals, yet with thought-provoking and clever lyrics. He has released A Murder of Crows, which is a collab album with Emil. It is 11 songs long, 29 minutes, which is beautiful. These 1 hour plus albums, we need to abolish that.
My dog ain't seen a mirror in years. Reflections probably crowded already. He grew so much slower than the rest of us. Was supposed to have flowered already.
My dog ain't seen a mirror in years. Reflections probably crowded already. He grew so much slower than the rest of us. Was supposed to have flowered already. This is a clever play on words between reflections and growing. Obviously, he's saying his friend is refusing to grow. And because he's refusing to grow as an individual, he's growing so much slower than the rest of the friend group. I think it's problematic in its own. You should strive to always be a growing person, trying to expand, trying to learn. Overall, just be a better person than you were yesterday.
Our connection was lost and who accountable? I could say it was me.
So then he follows it up by saying, you can speak about how our connection was lost. Who was accountable? I could say it was me. But I don't know, like, if this friend of yours is refusing to grow, I don't think you should shoulder the blame of the connection being severed. Because if both individuals are not growing together or don't take the time to grow together, then the people are just going to outgrow the relationship.
By definition, these verses depositions, I subpoena myself. This shit is not luck, we be divine. Sometimes you gotta reread my niggas.
Nah, this nigga Mick Jenkins so fucking tough. This was a very powerful intro track. If you stand for nothing, you die with nothing.
You should know that I tell a harsh truth. The wind blows, won't be no sugar coats. My points can feel like a shark's tooth.
Beautiful imagery here. You should know that I tell the truth. The wind blows, ain't be no sugar coat. So he's gonna tell you the truth bluntly. And then he then goes on to say it's gonna feel like a shark's tooth the way he tells the truth. The metaphors, the imagery, like he just gets you. Like y'all be saying, oh, rap is not all about lyrics. It literally stands for rhythm and poetry. And this nigga's a poet, man.
Weathering this journey, but this route was never scenic. Oh, this route was never easy.
Weathering this journey, but this route was never scenic. Oh, this route was never easy. If someone takes you on a scenic route, that means it's like a view that you enjoy seeing. It's very pleasing on the eye. But she's like doing like a little play on words, like an oxymoron here, showing it was never scenic. It was never been an easy road.
I seen niggas keep a leash on their health because they couldn't muzzle the need for the wealth.
And it goes just far beyond health. So obviously here he's saying people sacrifice or put their health in jeopardy just to like chase clout or wealth. And here what's very powerful is it's not just your physical health, but a lot of people do it for their mental health, where they'll put themselves in compromising situations, and they'll do it all in the name of content, clout, money, whatever the case may be.
These ain't the greatest parts of me, but they a part of me too.
These ain't the greatest parts of me, but they a part of me too. And that's what you should look at, flaws or quirks or whatever the case may be about yourself. Even if they're not perceived as the greatest or whatever, they're still a part of you, and because they're a part of you, that's what makes them beautiful, and they should be embraced. 4 minutes of straight just beauty. Literally a 10 out of 10, maybe even 11 out of 10. Workers' comp. I'm assuming maybe that's work for workers' compensation, and maybe he's talking about how employees or workers should own the means of production.
Niggas be entitled. Where do that shit come from? Whole time you ain't done nothing. Everybody said they running shit. All I see a bunch of bum rushing.
So obviously he's literally dissing someone. Niggas be entitled. Where that shit come from? Whole time you ain't done nothing. Everybody say they running shit. This could actually be a diss of Joey Badass. I know when Joey first dropped, I think the Ruler's Back, he was like, bro, you can't be talking that crazy with a track that's not that powerful. But then he goes on to say thumbs work, but your tongue tied, shoes untied, niggas tripping, ain't it? So he's basically saying you got Twitter fingers, like you just texting on your phone, but your tongue tied. Like that could be a metaphor for saying you're not lyrically as profound as him.
Real step of fucking haze and ritual. Ain't too many Nico Robin, we like throwing hands. It don't be a reason now.
But first off here, he says real stepper. So earlier it could have been a diss at Joey, and if it was a diss at Joey, this is probably a diss at Kendrick then, because who has Mr. Around the big stepper? So he's saying he the real stepper. Ain't too many Nico Robins, we like throwing hands, don't be a reason now. So obviously Nico Robins from One Piece, her devil fruit allows her to create hands in various areas wherever she wants them to be placed, and so it's a play on like he throwing hands and he fighting. He said it don't gotta be a reason, he'll just fight just to fight you.
Two know as far as smoke go, he can't fuck with us.
I ain't gonna lie, workers comp might be Mick Jenkins' version of the Ruler's Back. No, as far as smoke go, he can't fuck with us. And he goes on to say you gotta put up with us. You can't fuck with me, so you gotta sit in your cuck chair and watch me just keep winning.
Talking like he know me, but he don't. Talking like we homies, but we ain't.
Talking like he know me, but he don't. Talking like we homies, but we ain't. There be niggas that be trying to get too comfortable way too quick, and it's like, what Future said, bitch, don't get too comfortable.
It's like to tell you what you can't do. That's my favorite song. Let it play.
Niggas like to tell you what you can't do. That's my favorite song. Let it play. So he's saying he gets energized by people saying you can't do that, you can't achieve your goals, whatever the case may be.
Said he trying to see if it was hate. I ain't thought about you since that day.
That's true though. Niggas stay be thinking that you always on their mind. You really not. Say he trying to see if it was hate. I ain't thought about you since that day. Like for real, you don't even come up in my thoughts for real, bro.
I ain't hear a thing you thought I heard. Niggas gotta say to my face.
This is what I be saying, bro. We not doing sneak disses. If you gonna call a nigga out, call him out by his name. You too, Kendrick? I don't want to hear no motherfucker the big three. No, nigga say Drake, J. Cole ain't no big three.
I'm on point. Respect the came belated. What a shame.
Respect it came belated. What a shame. If somebody's in their element, give them their flowers right now, bro. Give them their respect. Don't wait until they gone.
I know he isn't in here giving pointers like Zirconia can be the diamond tester.
I know he isn't here giving pointers like Zirconia can be a diamond tester. And it says it's a man-made diamond. So I'm assuming that it's a diamond alternative that cannot pass the diamond tester. So he's saying you give it pointers is like using fake diamonds to beat a diamond tester.
Couple carrots on me, niggas Paris. They compare us, had to hit the afterburners. Now you must confess it like them Gatling turkeys.
Couple carrots on me, niggas parrot. So he's saying like you just copying him, right? They compare us, had to hit the afterburner. He's saying because he's so out of your league and the fact that he felt sick that they would even put you in his conversation, he had to like just lap you. He's like, all right, bro, like this me being for real now. And then he says, now you must confess it to them like the Catholic churches, because the Catholic churches used to touch kids and they had to confess that they was touching little boys. And now he's saying the fact that he lapped you and the fact that he's so much better than you got to confess that it was wrong for him to have even compared you to him.
Them in a box appeal. Watch niggas crumble when shit oxidize. Ain't been outside.
Watch niggas crumble when shit oxidizes. When something oxidizes, it's due to like usually like a loss of an electron, I think a gain of an electron, or just like more oxygen coming in. So this is like an example of something oxidized, and you could see it's like rusting and kind of crumbling away. But the way Mick Jenkins uses crumble here, he's saying that when shit gets serious, like when shit hits the fan, they not standing on business no more, bruh.
From my vantage point, they just gon' miss it. Who gon' fucking listen? Who gon' keep it honest?
That was such a beautiful inclusion of the saxophone right there.
Funny when you making stock from chicken, how the plot thicken.
Funny how when you making stock from chicken, how the plot thickens. For those of y'all that cook, one of the things I usually buy is chicken stock, but it's a way of watering down or even thickening depending on what you're trying to do to your food. But here he uses it as the plot thicken, which is a beautiful culinary play on words. But also the way he's saying making stock, as in like you're investing, you're making money.
I just know you breaking them by simply existing in your magnificence. It's overwhelming hate in the room. I cut through Samurai Champloo.
I cut through Samurai Champloo. We love a Samurai Champloo reference, one of the greatest animes ever. I ain't gonna lie, Mick is pretty hip with anime. That's why he know ball.
Clear your signage, you can drop the flonase. We've been silent as the bee is in doubt.
Y'all remember when Lil Wayne said real G's move in silence like the lasagna? Mick Jenkins found the follow-up to that line. We've been silent as the bee in doubt.
Gotta wonder how we dominate so underside.
Gotta wonder how we dominate so underside. What I'm gathering from this line is that he's saying in terms of popularity, in terms of that aspect, maybe he's undersized compared to a lot of other artists, but despite that fact, still dominating the rap game.
Same way baby oil glisten on her leg.
I know he means it in like a normal, non-freaky way, but from now on, whenever I hear the term baby oil, bruh, I can only think of Diddy and when he was doing that them freak off.
PSA friend, try to pull my card, it's a PSA 10.
So he says, PSA friend, try to pull my card, it's a PSA 10. So I'm not very familiar with trading cards. So I looked up what exactly a PSA 10 was, and apparently it's a virtually a perfect card. Friend, I'm assuming he's not really meaning it as a friend, but they tried to pull his card, so they tried to challenge him, tried to see if what he's saying was true, and apparently what he says is flawless.
Thought if I just took my shit off streaming and Spotify get their hands out my...
So basically he's dissing Spotify. You guys want to profit off my work and take my money. We love capitalism, chat.
The trophy ain't big as I thought. The trophy ain't big enough.
So obviously Coco Gauff is a tennis player. She won the French Open. When Mick is saying the trophy ain't as big as I thought, oh, how big was the trophy she won? And it's not that big, actually. It's pretty small. And then he goes on to say, I'll take my money. The trophy ain't big enough. So he's saying his legacy isn't as big as it should be for the imprint he's left on hip hop. She says bigger, you hear the drums like bigger. It's like in unison with one another, like they're bouncing off each other.
Fuck y'all thought. Niggas need humbling. We don't be mumbling this.
So he's saying if you need him to humble you, he has no problem doing it, and he will not bite his tongue. He's not gonna sugarcoat it. Remember, he said that in the previous song. He don't sugarcoat it.
Niggas busting down the rollie, don't go wasting my time. Call me selfish, I am not taking that L for the team.
Call me selfish, I'm not taking the L for the team. I was talking to my boy one time. He asked me, he was like, are you trying to run a 2-man? I said, yeah, let me see fine shit, right? He showed me the picture. He like, yo, this gonna have to be the girl you take. You gotta take one for the team. I said, nope, can't do it. Emil understood the assignment when it came to these beats. It's like he knew exactly what Mick was trying kind of channel and knew exactly what Mick needed, because these beats were all fire. The only song I was not too keen on was Shining. I feel like it didn't fit at all. I feel like it took a very much different approach. It didn't sound like any other song on the album. Mick's pen, insane. I think his pen might be top 3 in all of Chicago, right? The only ones I could think of are like Lupe Fiasco, Chance. I mean, I don't know where you're gonna place him in that top 3, but Mick is definitely top 3. Okay, album's fire. Special shout out to the features. Any especially was amazing. But Kaylin, her voice, she very much so complimented the beats. No, yeah, it's been 11 years since The Waters came out, and Mick is still one of the best rappers out. This is the level of longevity I strive to see. 11 years since The Waters. And what's the name of my playlist? Called Drink Water. Shout out to Mick. Fire as always.
Don't even make space for myself. I mean, you should know that I'm the type to not ask for help. I'm saying